Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to game number 3 of the day here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. As this Newport News location is the host city for the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference men's basketball tournament, and it has been a fantastic tournament up to this point. Every single team has come to play, and we believe these next 2 teams that are up have done the exact same thing. We just saw the Apprentice School, the Lady Builders, just finish off their tournament victory over South Carolina Central Christian College by a score of 48-44, where we saw Dejanelle, Linton Robinson, and Cornesia Lamberson both finish with a double-double. Linton Robinson, 14 points, 12 rebounds to go along with 14 points and 15 rebounds for Cornesia Lamberson. So congratulations to Coach Aisha Gainey as the Lady Builders advance. Starting lineups are now being introduced for both teams here as your Apprentice School Builders will be taking on the Atlanteans of Atlantis University out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Atlanteans led by their head coach Francisco Hernandez, who brings his team into this afternoon's game, or this evening's game rather, with an overall record of 16-9 on the season, 6-4 in conference play. That earned them the number 3 seed in the tournament. They'll be taking on Coach Michael Gainey in his second season of the defending back-to-back small college men's basketball champion Apprentice School Builders, who come into this afternoon's game with an overall record of 14-8, 5-2 in conference play. That earned them the number 2 seed in this year's tournament. This is a matchup of top 10 teams in the USCAA. The Apprentice School comes in ranked number 7. The Atlanteans come in ranked number 8, so this one should be a good one. So sit back, relax. Let me, Howard McCain, bring you the play-by-play while Mike and Dave Davenport bring us the sights and sounds as they happen here. 20 minutes of basketball in the first half, 20 minutes of basketball in the second half. Both teams have been introduced. We are at the center court logo, and we are ready to tip things off here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Game on. Builders control the opening tap. They take it right at the basket. That ball is going to be knocked out of bounds and will remain Builder basketball. Your officials for this afternoon are Todd Murray, Chris Moore, and Reginald Kane Sr. will be handling all of the administrative duties as Amir Cole Petro handles the basketball. He gets it into Dayon Brown, who kicks it out for a 3-point basket. Jabari Brackett gets things started off the right way. Jaleel Hope will also join them on the floor as the starting 5 for the Builders. For the Atlanteans, handling the basketball is Nico Landon, Samuel Jimenez, Orny Brooks. As that shot off the mark, loose ball taken by Amir Cole Petro, Folayimi Salako, and Artem Sorokin will be your starters for the visiting Atlanteans. That shot from 3 from Jaleel Hope hits nothing but the bottom of the basket. 2 opening 3-point shots made for the Builders. Builders starting off hot. Atlanteans with Landon. Landon has the basketball slapped away. Builders out and running. Amir Cole Petro attacks the basket with the left hand. Shot doesn't go, but he's fouled. They're going to give that foul to Nico Landon. That will be his first personal foul, the team's first of the half. So that'll send Amir Cole Petro to the free throw line to shoot 2. Builders coming to this contest shooting about 64% from the charity stripe as Cole Petro misses the first of 2. Coach Francisco Hernandez for the Atlanteans, an extensive head coaching resume. Not only has he coached in college, he's also coached semi-pro as well. Has quite a few players that are actually from other countries, Russia, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic. As that ball goes out of bounds, that will be a turnover for the Atlanteans. Builders with an opportunity to add to their 7-0 lead here early. That's the second turnover so far for the Atlanteans. Builders are yet to turn the basketball over as Cole Petro gets it to Brown. Here's Hedgepeth. Tough shot on the baseline. Rebound by Brown is no good, but Brown was fouled. They're going to give that one to Nico Landon as well, so that will be his second personal foul, the team's second. So we'll see if Coach Hernandez starts to dig into his bench a little bit as he sees one of his starters. Okay, so they are going to erase the foul from Nico Landon, and they're going to give it to Samuel Jimenez. That will be his first personal foul, the team's second. So that'll send Dayon Brown to the line to shoot two. And the first one is off the back of the iron. Second one by Dayon, misses. But the Builders able to turn the Atlanteans over in the backcourt as Jaleel Hope scores his fifth point. Builders now with a 9-0 lead over the Atlanteans. Atlantis University located in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The Atlanteans trying to get something going offensively. Scrum on the floor for the basketball. They're going to call a jump ball. The possession arrow is in favor of the Atlanteans, so the basketball stays here. Shot clock does not reset. 9 seconds on the shot clock. Orny Brooks looks to inbound. Brooks looking. Gets it in. Basketball ends back up in Brooks' hands. He shoots for three. Shot off the mark. Rebound taken. And the putback is good for Folayemi Salako. Builders up by 7 as Jabari Brackett works against the defense of Nico Landon. Here's Hedgepeth. Kick to Hope. His three-point shot off the mark. Loose ball control by Folayemi Salako. Just kind of like saying that. Here's Landon. Jimenez. Sorokin. Everyone touching the basketball on this possession. Shot clock now at 10. Here's Landon. Looking inside. Landon shot off the side of the rim. Rebound taken by Hope. Hope goes right at the chest of Jimenez. Dishes it to Hedgepeth. Lays it off the glass for two, and that leads to a timeout. 30-second timeout taken by Coach Francisco Hernandez. And the Builders have built a 9-point lead. 11-2. They're going to change that one to a full. We'll take it with them. 11-2.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Welcome back to the Apprentice School Athletic Center as tournament action continues here. The 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Tournament. The number 7 and number 8 team in the USCAA going at it right now, and the number 7 team is on top 11-2. Builders come into this contest the number 2 seed in the tournament, while the Atlanteans come in as number 3. Atlanteans just get it over the timeline with about 2 seconds to spare as Landon gives it off to Saloko. Here's Brooks. Brooks tied up. Nope, they're going to call a traveling violation on Brooks. So that will be Builder basketball. That will now be the 4th turnover in the first 4 minutes of this basketball game for the Atlanteans. Here's Cole Petro to Brackett. Feed inside to Brown. Brown, tough jumper falling away, no good. Here's Brooks. Brooks to Jimenez. Sorokin lost it. Hope with the crossover. Kick to the corner to Hedgepeth. He decides to reset for 3. It literally went all the way down. It seemed like it touched the net and then came right back out. So we're still 11-2. Builders with a 9-point lead. As the Atlanteans work the perimeter. Solokin. Shot off the mark. Rebound taken and put back up by Brooks. Outlet to Brackett. Brackett. Tough shot with the right hand. He gets it. Builders now with a double-digit lead over the Atlanteans. As Hernandez shouts out instructions to his offense. Landon being guarded by Brackett. Landon. Basketball stripped away by Cole Petro. Ends up in the hands of Hope. Hope, his right-handed runner, off the mark, but there to put it back. Nope. Thought Cole Petro was going to get that one down. Instead, it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Builders. So Shamon Rosser will make his way onto the floor along with Donovan Means. So we're going to get a timeout first. Got to miss that one. So I'm trying to see, is it a timeout? Is it a media? Long discussion. So still a discussion. I think by the time they finally decide whether this is a timeout or a media timeout, it's going to be about a 2 or 3 minute timeout. Teams will pretty much be able to plot what they're going to do offensively, defensively, and plan what they're going to do for dinner. So at this point, it's gone beyond a 30-second, right? So, so did they call it? So it must have been a media timeout. Okay, we're confused. We're not going to go anywhere. Oh, so it's the floater timeout. I'm not going to profess to know. I mean, I do know when the media timeouts are taken, but the one that confuses me a lot of times is that floater timeout. So as it is, neither team will be charged with a timeout. That is the floater TV timeout. So that one is off the books, so we don't have to worry about that one popping up again. So we'll go back to our schedule as to when the TV timeouts normally take place. Builders up by 11. As the feed inside goes to Elijah Gale, who came in during the media timeout. He gets his first bucket of the afternoon. And the Builders' lead is now cut to 9. Here's Hope. Hope. Skip pass to Means. Means his long three-point shot off the mark. Rosser goes up the ladder to get that offensive board. Hedgepeth. Jumper off the mark. Ends up in the hands of Brackett. Brackett finds Hope underneath for the easy putback. Builders looking very crisp in their passing. Builders now 6 of 14 shooting for 64%. Here's Solokin, I believe. And he's going to lose the basketball out of bounds. As Coach Hernandez digs into his bench. Joel Mora will see some action now as Brooks looks to inbound. Hard time finding anyone. Thought he was going to throw it to me. Instead, it ends up in the hands of Hope. Jabari Brackett with the easy layup. And the Builders have extended their lead now to 13 over the Atlanteans. Brooks working off of a screen from Mora. That basketball is going to go right past the hands of Jimenez, out of bounds, as Hernandez continues to dig into his bench. You know where my mind is right now. As Santiago Inceralde, hope I'm saying that right. I think it's Inceralde, makes his way into the basketball game. That shot off the mark. Rosser gets it back. Here's Means. Thought about the three, pulled it down at the last moment. That three off the mark. Rebound fought for and controlled by the Atlanteans. Here's Mora. Nope, I'm sorry, that's not Mora. My apologies, that's Gale. Brooks shoots from 3. Off the mark. Rebound controlled by Gale. Brooks in the lane, air ball. Here's Means. Means looking to run with it. Finds Rosser. That should be a foul. I believe they're going to whistle that one on Solokin. Nope, they're going to give that one to Inceralde. So Inceralde will pick up his first personal foul. That will be the team's third. So guess what we're going to do? We're going to take another timeout. This one is a actual media timeout. We'll take it with them. Builders up by 13 here in tournament action.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
Dave Davenport is trying his best to explain to me and Mike Davenport the fluid dynamics of the media timeout, and it just doesn't make sense. I mean, just wait for the guy to yell timeout, and then you blow the whistle, and it's a friggin' timeout. But anyway, we're back. Oh my gosh, Shamon Rosser at the line to shoot free throws to try to add to a 13-point lead, and he does just that. 14 now is the Builder lead. That's Rosser's first point. .16 remaining. So I want to believe that the next timeout is going to be around the 8-minute mark, if I'm not mistaken, right? Okay. Shot rims out. Builder lead now 14 over the Atlanteans as Landon gets across the timeline, being guarded by Monte Rudolph, who checked in during the stoppage. As Santiago Inceralde gets himself onto the scoring sheet and pulls the Atlanteans within 12. Hedgepeth to Means. That one looked like it was on line, hits the back of the iron. Starts a fast break opportunity for the Atlanteans. Instead, Landon pulls it out and resets the offense and throws it away. Here's Rudolph. Rudolph goes right at the chest of the defender, and he is fouled. Now this time, this second foul will be given to Nico Landon. That'll be his second personal foul, the team's fourth of the half. Builders are yet to commit a personal foul, and that'll send Monte Rudolph to the line to shoot two. Rudolph is yet to score. So he has an opportunity here to get in the stat sheet and to extend the Builder lead. Just not on that one. Orny Brooks will make his way onto the floor as Artem Sorokin is going to have a seat. So Sorokin and Salako. Salako, wasn't that the name of the spaceship in Aliens 2? That the Marines went in on. I'm going to look that one up at the half. If it's not Sulaco, it was the Sulaco. That's what it makes me think about. One of the coolest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Builders back on defense with a 12-point lead. Tough shot by Inceralde, being guarded by Dayon Brown. Long outlet pass. Picked off. Back come the Atlanteans with Gale. Gale out of control. He's probably going to be whistled for a travel, and he will be. Nice job by Means to just pull the chair out from underneath Gale to send him flailing. Folks, the Atlanteans have already turned the basketball over 10 times, and we're just halfway through the first half. Here's Rosser. Builders working the perimeter with Rudolph. His long three-pointer off the back of the iron. Brown goes up the ladder. Means finds a lane, goes around the defense, just can't finish at the rim. Brooks, nice dish to Inceralde. Inceralde with his second basket, and that leads to a timeout. Who called that timeout? Builders called a timeout. They're going to call a 30-second timeout. So we're nowhere near 8 minutes, right? So that means that this will not be turned into a media time. Got it. I'm getting there. It's that dumb floater that I gotta understand. That thing just makes no sense to me. So we'll stay here. 30-second timeout. Builders with a 10-point lead over the Atlanteans. Again, matchup of ranked teams in the USCAA national rankings. Builders number 7. Atlanteans come in at number 8, so something has to give here between these two teams. So far, it's been an up and down contest. Builders have looked extremely crisp in this one. Coach Michael Gainey has this basketball team ready to play, and they're starting to surge at the right time. Builders want to come out, and they really want to establish a rhythm as they go into the postseason. With this tournament being part of their postseason, yes, you want to start playing well right now. Builders are about as healthy as they've been all season. As they're going to call a jump ball on this end. They're going to say Builder basketball. Possession arrow is pointing in that direction. As you hear Coach Michael Gainey yelling out instructions for the offense. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Copetro. Hope back to Copetro. Builders have to understand 2 seconds on the shot clock. That is going to be a shot clock violation. That will be a turnover, the second turnover of the afternoon for the Builders. Somebody on the court has to be aware of the shot clock situation. I don't think anybody was. It'll be a turnover. And Seralde feeds it inside. Tough pass. I can't believe he was able to get it in there. Gale. Tough baseline jumper off the mark. Loose ball comes off to the Atlanteans. And Seralde's three-point shot off the mark. Here's Hope. Atlanteans in a zone defense that forces Rosser to shoot the fadeaway jumper. Brooks. He's fouled. So that foul is going to be credited to Amir Cole-Petro. That'll be his first personal foul. That'll be the team's first of the half. So Shimon Rosser is going to have a seat. Wayne Hedgepeth is going to make his way back onto the floor. Builders leading by 10. Brooks finds Inseralde. Inseralde working against Hedgepeth. Woo! Brooks almost stepped out of bounds. Was able to keep his heel from coming down on the sideline. No matter as Hope comes away with the loose ball. Copetro. He decides to take a step inside the three-point line. His two-point shot rattles around and falls. Builders now by 12. As these teams battle to see who moves on in this tournament. This is a single elimination tournament, of course. It's not a round-robin situation. We are going to crown the champion as there is a foul. They're going to give that one to Dayon Brown. That is his first personal foul. The team's second, so we're going to take a timeout, media timeout. The under 8 timeout, we'll take it with them. Builders by 12.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
20-8 here at the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Tournament here at the Apprentice School. So glad you've decided to join us. If you are nearby and want to come and join us in person, please come out. This is a fantastic atmosphere to come take in a basketball game. We would love to have you here. Please come over to the scores table and say hello to myself, Dave, and Mike. Maybe we can find you a bag of chips or a cookie or something like that. But as it goes right now, 7-10 remaining in the first half. Builders with a double-digit lead. Builders have pretty much controlled this basketball game from the jump. 2 quick three-point shots early gave the Builders a 6-0 lead, and they haven't looked back. Jabari Brackett right now is the leading scorer for the Builders. He has 7. He has 9. I apologize. He has 9. Leading scorer right now for the Atlanteans is Santiago Insaurralde. He has 4 as Landon gets his basket. And they're going to call that one a foul. So you're going to count the basket, and you will add the foul. They're going to credit that one to Artem Sorokin. That'll be his first personal foul, the team's 5th. So that will put Jabari Brackett at the free throw line to do what I love, and that's complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way with the and one. And he does just that. Builders up now by 13 as someone once again leans on the light switch here. I think it may have been security that was leaning on the light switch. Here's Landon working on the defense of Cole Petro. Shot clock now at 15 with Insaurralde. Feed inside. Nice job on the give and go from Insaurralde to Landon. 23-12 now is our score. Here's Hedgepeth. Cole Petro. Shot off the mark. Rebound taken by Salako. Feed inside to Salako. He decides the short jumper. That one off the mark. As Insaurralde is there for the putback, and the Builder lead now has been cut to 9. Cole Petro running the offense as he gets it over to Hope. Haven't seen Dayon Brown touch the basketball much. As soon as I say that, he gets it back and hits the tough jumper. And we're going to get a whistle. So was there a warning or a technical? I think there was a technical that was whistled on the bench. So that was a warning, no technical, okay? Now, if you've never seen the Atlanteans play, there's a lot of goings on when the basketball is in play from their bench. A lot of noise, a lot of whistles and things like that. So I would not be surprised at some point during this contest a technical foul gets issued to their bench. As the shot clock now is at 8 with Insaurralde over to Brooks. There was a whistle. That shot was good, but they called a whistle. So wave off the basket. Okay, so Sorokin committed a foul while the ball was in the air, so the officials wave off the basket. Sorokin will be credited with his second personal foul. That'll be the team's 6th. Well, never mind. 1 minute they said wave off the basket. Now they say the basket is good. Okay, so now the Builder lead is 8. I could have sworn the officials said wave it off. We're back in play. 25-17 is our score. Cole Petro over to Hope. Here's Hedgepeth. Nothing doing along the baseline. Atlanteans really pick up their defensive pressure. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Builders with an opportunity. Cole Petro double pump, and he gets the layup. Builders didn't quite panic. Still able to convert, and they push the lead back to 10. Here's Brooks and Cole Petro. Copetro is going to be whistled for the personal. So for Copetro, that'll be his second personal foul. That will be the team's third. Donovan Means back onto the floor. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 4:23 on the game clock. Excuse me. Inceralde to Brooks. Feed inside to Inceralde. Every single builder on the floor went for that pump fake and made that basket by Inceralde so much easier. So Inceralde now has 10 as the builders come down and turn the basketball over on this end. And while we have a stoppage in play, we have a timeout, media timeout, the under 4 timeout. This is the last media timeout, I believe, before the half. Builders up by 8 here. NSAC men's basketball tournament.
The USCAA provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Builders being outscored right now as far as bench points, 12-1. That's mostly because Santiago Inceralde has put up 10 since he's been in the basketball game. He is the leading scorer right now for the Atlanteans. Jabari Brackett is the leading scorer right now for the Builders. He has 12. Brooks working against the defensive Means. Here's Inceralde being guarded by Hedgepeth. Brown comes over, flashes the double team, but Inceralde goes up and scores right over the top of Hedgepeth. He now has 12. Builder lead has been now cut in half. It's now 6. Builders have led by as many as 14. Tough shot there by Hedgepeth. Shot clock resets for the Builders. Hedgepeth surrounded. Here's Brown. Man, I would love to know what Dayon Brown's vertical is. It looks like he jumps about 7 feet in the air. It's like he shoots the basketball on the way down. He's up so high. Brown now has 4 points in the game. Builder lead back up to 8. Inceralde hands it off to Brooks. Brooks, that's a 3. Front of the rim. There for the putback and the foul is Nico Landon. That foul is going to be given to Donovan Means. That'll be his first and the team's 4th. So that will send Nico Landon to the line to shoot 1. Landon with 4 points, looking for his 5th. If he's able to convert, that will pull the Atlanteans within 5. Nope. Rebound comes off to Means. Means. Builders turn it over. Here's Brooks. Builder lead now cut to 4. Brackett gets it to Means. Thought Means was bumped there. As again, the Atlanteans really turning up the defensive pressure. Long launch for three, off the mark. That's going to be last touch by the Atlanteans, so it'll stay on this end as Amir Petro will make his way back into the ball game. Donovan Means is going to have a seat. Sorokin, I believe, was the last one to touch it for the Atlanteans. So Builder basketball, 4-point lead. Petro, kick to Brackett. Shot clock now under 10. Brackett at 5. Brackett turns it over. Landon with an opportunity. Shot is blocked by Brackett. That shot not blocked that time by Brooks. And just like that, the Atlanteans are back within 2. Atlanteans on a bit of a run as we get close to halftime as that shot is blocked. And it will be Atlanteans basketball as Salako with a lot of activity defensively. So the Builders now 1:11 remaining in the first half, holding to a 2-point lead after being up by as many as 14 in this basketball game. Atlanteans have outscored the Builders down the stretch here as we get ready to go under a minute remaining in the first half. Zenseralde asks for the screen. They're going to call that one on the Atlanteans. That's going to go on Salako. So Salako must have hooked Hedgepeth in the paint. He picks up his first personal foul. It's a team 7th. Of course, Builders cannot hold for the final shot of the first half. There's about an 18-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Rudolph with the game shot clock at 10. He decides to launch from 3. Front of the rim. Hedgepeth able to fight for it, get it, put it back for 2. And the Builders now have a 4-point lead with 18 seconds remaining in the first half. Number 7 leading number 8, number 2 leading number 3. We're now under 10 seconds. Here's Zenseralde with the feed to Brooks. Lays it off the glass for 2. Rudolph has to launch it. That shot is blocked, and that is how the first half of action will end here between your Apprentice School Builders and the Atlanteans of Atlantis University. We're at halftime here of the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Tournament. The Builders hold to a 2-point lead at half. We'll be back with second half action and first half stats. Don't go anywhere. We'll return. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are at halftime here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center for the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference men's basketball tournament here in Newport News. Thank you for coming back with us as we look at some of the halftime stats. Right now, your halftime score, Builders 31, not the Gladiators. That was the last game. Builders 31, the Atlanteans 29 as when we look at scoring, Santiago Incerralde is the leading scorer for the Atlanteans. He has 12 off of 6 of 7 shooting, and he only played 13 minutes. So, man, keep an eye on that kid because if he starts to light things up, that could be a lot of trouble for the Builders. 14 of 28 shooting for the Atlanteans as a team. That's 50%. They were 1 of 8 from the three-point line. That is actually 12.5%. For the Builders, leading scorer in the first half was Jabari Brackett with 12 off of 5 of 7 shooting, 1 of 2 from the three-point line. Builders 13 of 33. That's for 39%, 2 of 11 from the three-point arc. That is for 18%. Builders led by as many as 14 in the first half, but saw that evaporate. Second half action to determine who plays for the championship as the first shot out of the locker room and the first basket out of the locker room goes down for, as that one goes down for Foliami Salako. He's fouled by Wayne Hedgepeth. That'll be his first personal foul, the team's first of the second half. As Salako, the 6'7" senior out of Baltimore, completes the three-point play. And just like that, the Atlanteans have the lead. Builders work the perimeter. Copetro trying to go inside. He was cut off by Incerralde. Shot clock now with 10. Here's Brown. Brown with the feed inside. Pass just a little too spicy for Brackett. That's going to be a turnover. First turnover of the second half for either team. Builders now with 6 total turnovers in the basketball game is Incerralde. Again, 6 of 7 shooting, make it 7 of 8 shooting. Builders back quickly, but the defense by the Atlanteans cuts the Builders off. That shot is blocked by Incerralde. Outlet. That shot high off the glass is good for Landon, and the Builders are already minus. Builders are already -7 out of the halftime locker room. Copetro turns it over. Landon, easy layup, and the Builders need a timeout. Builders have been outscored out of the halftime locker room 9-0. So we will take a timeout with them, I believe.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Atlantis outscoring the Builders, points in the paint, 34-18. So they are on pace to outscore. They're on pace to score close to 60 points in the paint alone. If they do that, that is a recipe for disaster. If you are the Apprentice School Builders, as Means checks into the basketball game off of the timeout. Here's Brown. Baseline jumper, that's short, but we get a whistle. So they're going to give that one to 2, as Nico Landon will pick up his third personal foul. Team's first of the second half. Builders need a basket right here bad. Means skip pass to Brackett. That three-point shot misses everything. Loose ball comes off to Sulaco. So here's Brooks with the Atlanteans in the midst of a 9-0 run. Inceralde backs down Means. They're going to call a foul on the floor. Nope, they're going to call a foul in the act of shooting. So Inceralde, foul by Donovan Means, his second, the team's second. So Inceralde, who already has 14 in the game off of 7 of 8 shooting.
Santiago Inceralde at the line with 2 shots.
That one goes down as Rosser and Jimenez onto the floor. Builders now trail by 8 and yet to score out of the halftime locker room. 2.5 minutes into the second half, as Inceralde hits them both. Inceralde now with 16 in the game. Here's Hope. That one off the mark. Builders there with the putback. It's off the mark as well, but Hedgepeth is fouled. So that one will be called on Foleyemi Sulaco. That'll be a second personal foul, the team's second. So Wayne Hedgepeth gets an opportunity to toe the free throw line. Hedgepeth with 4. These will be his first free throws attempted. And the first one rims out. Builder deficit stays at 9. I don't know if you can hear it from the mic as Hedgepeth misses them both, gets his own rebound. Circus shot there by Rosser doesn't go. So the basketball will stay on this end with the Builders. Builders need a basket bad. I mean, they need one really bad. This offense needs to see the basketball go through the basket, and it's been a while since that has happened. Having a tough time solving this defense. We haven't shot well enough to shoot over the top of it, and they've done a good job of converging on our shooters when we get into the lane, as Donovan Means able to hang and hit, and that cuts the Atlantis lead to 7. Here's Jimenez. Basketball makes its way back to Brooks. Here's Jimenez. Inceralde off of the bench. Has been tough to stop for us defensively, as that one from Brooks, that three-point shot off the mark. Brown able to track it down. Means starts the fast break opportunity, and he is fouled. They're going to give that one to Orny Brooks. That'll be his first personal foul, and then the team's third. So let's see if that Donovan Means shot that went down on the last possession sparks this offense. Again, that's their first basket out of the halftime locker room. Here's Brown. Hedgepeth. .15 on the shot clock as Jimenez pokes it out of bounds. .10 seconds on the shot clock now. That one is partially blocked. Builders able to get the loose ball and put that one back in for 2, and that trims the deficit now to 5. As Means takes it away, but they said that Means stepped out of bounds. So with that, we're going to have a stoppage in play to take a timeout, media timeout. The under 16, we will take it with them. Builders trail here at the tournament by 5.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
Welcome back to the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Howard McCain, Dave Davenport, Mike Davenport, here to bring you this evening's contest of the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Tournament between your Apprentice School Builders and the Atlanteans of Atlantis University out of Doral, Florida. It's been a tough one tonight. Builders unable to mail this one in. They've had to give it everything they got against a very talented Atlantean basketball team who are currently ranked number 8 in the USCAA national rankings as Shamon Rosser ranges over to swat that one away to start the fast break opportunity, but the Builders turn it over. Errant pass that time from Hedgepeth. Jaleel Hope just unable to just bring that one in. So that will be turnover number 8 for the Builders. That's Sorokin, able to bring it across the timeline. Here's Brooks. As the clock above this basket here on this end is frozen, that long three-point shot is an air ball. So the clock to my left says 15:07. The clock to my right says 15:34. So the clock that says 15:07 is the correct time, as Donovan Means and this offense have an opportunity to cut even deeper into this deficit. Here's Hope. He's cut off by Inceralde. Hope there to put back the loose ball for 2, and that cuts the Atlantean lead to 1 possession. Again, Builders have had to give this one all they have. Builders doing a nice job of denying Inceralde the basketball. That one is off the back of the iron. Brooks able to come away with the rebound. My goodness. Oh, that's one of those ones that hurt when you play great defense, do everything right, only to end up giving him another opportunity. That one is short. This time Hedgepeth comes away with the loose ball. Hedgepeth decides to take it inside. Shot off the glass and good for Dayon Brown. And the Builders now within 1. Builders going on a run of their own. have been able to battle back and get themselves within one. Here's Sorokin to Brooks. Means, good job of moving his feet as Inceralde misses the point-blank range layup. Fast break opportunity is Means. Throws it out of bounds. So the Builders have now turned the basketball over 9 times as Jabari Brackett gets up off the bench quickly for Coach Michael Gainey. Jaleel Hope will take a seat. Matchup of two very athletic, very good, well-coached basketball teams. This has been an entertaining basketball game, to say the least, here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Day 3 of the New South Athletic Conference basketball tournament here at Newport News, Virginia. Here's Jimenez to Brooks. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Brooks, Means, I think, may have gotten a piece of that one. So the Builders with an opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to take the lead, and that's going to be a foul on Brooks. So for Brooks, his second personal foul, the team's 4th. So the Builders were inbound here on this sideline near the scores table. Brackett, nice pass to Hedgesmith, and just like that, Builders erase a 9-point lead by the Atlanteans and take a 1-point lead themselves, and that's going to lead to a timeout. Timeout taken by Francisco Hernandez. They'll take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 12:45 remaining. 41-40 Builders.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
The Apprentice Athletics Booster Club membership is now open for the 2024-2025 season. You can choose a general membership to support all Apprentice athletics, or you can designate one specific sport to support. Membership is good for the entire 2024-2025 athletic year, regardless of which decision you make. Scan the QR code or visit gobuilders.com to get your membership today.
41-40 is the score here at the Apprentice School Athletic Center. Day number 3 of the New South Athletic Conference basketball tournament. Man, this has been a good one here. I was looking at the Atlanteans roster and just kind of looking at where some of the guys on the team are from. You know, you have a guy, you got someone from Maryland City, Chicago, New York, Baltimore, a couple of guys from Miami. But outside of that, you have the Dominican Republic, Honduras, Argentina, Port St. Lucie, Morocco, Puerto Rico. What a fantastic opportunity to play together for the Atlanteans, with so many people from different parts of the world just coming together and sharing cultures while also playing for the love of the game of basketball. As that pass by Brooks goes inside to Solokin. Sulaco able to convert. So they're back up by 1 as Dayon Brown, tough jumper, puts the Builders back up by 1. Brooks able to cross the timeline with about 2 seconds to spare, as Gale works with the basketball. Here's Landon. Shot clock now at 10. Landon, step back 3. That one falls. So that puts them up now, the Atlanteans up by 2. Buckle in, folks. It is going to be that type of game, that type of finish, as Donovan Means is going to be fouled. They're going to give that one to Samuel Jimenez. His second personal foul, the team's fifth, and that is going to lead to a timeout, media timeout at the under 12. Let's take it with them. Builders trail by 2 here. 11:28 remaining.
USC provides our program exactly what they say, a chance for small colleges to compete. It's leveling the playing field for everybody.
Builders have turned the points in the paint differential back to being more respectable. Atlantis still outscored the Builders 36-28 in the paint. That stat was severely skewed a couple of timeouts ago. So it's a possibility that has contributed to the Builders getting themselves back into this basketball game right now, down by 2. Donovan Means at the line to shoot 2. He was fouled in the act of shooting. So the Builders with an opportunity to knot things back up at 45 with a lot of time left in this contest, and Donovan drains the first of 2. So Rosser, Brackett, Dayon Brown, Hope, and Means are your 5 on the floor. Landon Inceralde, Salakin, trying to see, Gale, and Brooks are your 5 for the Atlanteans. Brooks able to get it across the timeline to Inceralde. The entire team surrounds Inceralde. He misses another point-blank range shot. Remember the last time we saw him take a shot, he missed. And Inceralde is signaling to the bench that he needs to come out. I think he may have tweaked his ankle. And we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured player, so that's going to be an official's timeout. I don't think that will be an actual timeout, as Inceralde was underneath his own basket, went up for a shot, came down, and as soon as he crossed the timeline, he turned to his coach, Francisco Hernandez, and crossed his arms and was like, I need to come out. Here's Gale. Gale, Euro step to the basket, and we're tied. So let's see how long Inceralde is out. Even though he's missed his last 2 shots, which were 2 point-blank range shots right at the rim. Brackett, right-handed runner off the mark, loose ball controlled by the Atlanteans. Landon, step through jumper, tough shot off the mark. Basketball last touched by the Atlanteans, so it will be Builder basketball. We're tied 47-47. Neither team has really been able to just pull away and put a great deal of distance between themselves and the other team. But, of course, in any tournament, the closer you get to the finals, the better the basketball opponent is. And this has been just 2 evenly matched basketball teams as Brackett. Shot off the glass is good. Could have been an and 1. I thought Gale may have gotten him with the body, but no call. Builders now lead by 2. Brooks. Bit of an alley-oop, I believe, and they're going to say it was last touched by Brackett as it was going out of bounds. Brackett trying to save it for his basketball team, so it'll stay on this end. Builders up by a single basket. Atlanteans having a hard time getting it in. They do. As Sorokin misses. Loose ball tapped around, controlled by the Builders. Here's Means. Showtime. Donovan Means with the dunk. Well, you know what? Let's call it just a really hard layup, because that one kind of started coming out of his hands as he was bringing it down towards the basket. I don't care. It went through. Builders now up by 4. Here's Sorokin. They're going to call the reach-in foul on Donovan Means. So for Donovan, that is his third. And the team's third. Joel Mora onto the floor for the Atlanteans. There's Landon. Basketball ends up in the hands of Gale. Here's Landon. Nice job of cutting him off was Donovan Means. Brooks, high arcing jumper off the mark. Rosser collects it. Baseline feed to Brown. No foul. They just say the basketball is going to be given back to the Builders. 22 seconds on the shot clock for the Builders. Plenty of time to get into their offensive set. Jaleel Hope to throw it in. Brown able to use almost the entire rim to get that one to go down as the Atlanteans fall asleep on that inbound. Builders now up by 6. After being down as many as 9 in the second half, as that long three-point shot by Sorokin is off the mark. Means still a lot of time in this basketball game. Brown has it poked away. It's going to stay on this end. "17 seconds on the shot clock. Hope is able to get it to Brown. Still plenty of time on the shot clock as Brown works against the defense. He's bumped. No call there for the putback is Shimon Rosser. And the Builders are now up by 8. During the timeout, Mike Davenport told me that this game would be a game of runs, and that's exactly what it has been. Builders now on a run of their own to build an 8-point lead over the Atlanteans. Can the Atlanteans answer? Here's Mora. Mora loses his balance, and they call a travel. That will be a turnover. That will be turnover number 12. So timeout, media timeout, under 8, we'll take it with them. Builders with all of the momentum up by 8.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII, building the most powerful ships in the U.S. Navy. The digital technology I use is a generational change in the way that we build ships, making the construction of aircraft carriers more efficient. Plus, I get to work with veterans. Thanks to them, we all have our freedom, and we need to work hard to keep it. I am Fatima Medina, and I work for HII.
Builders on a 12-5 run. which has given them this 8-point lead over the Atlanteans. 7:44 remaining. Now the Builders will take on the winner. If they, look, this game isn't over. It is far from over. But there is another game after this one where the Builders would take on the winner of that game tomorrow. But the Builders have to finish here. They have to close this one out. Copetro steps inside the three-point line. The lefty drains the jumper, and the Builders now have a 10-point lead over the Atlanteans. Builders now on a 14-2 run to just absolutely take control of this basketball game. As Jermaine Souza is in the game. That one goes out of bounds. That will be Bearden basketball. I'm sorry, that's Jermaine Suazo into the basketball game. I thought that was Joel Mora, but Joel Mora is on the bench now. Who we haven't seen come back is Santiago Insaurralde, who pretty much was having his way offensively, but he was motioning towards his ankle a little while ago. As we're going to get a foul call here. So Jermaine Suazo will be whistled for his first foul. Man, did I butcher his last name or what? It's Jermaine Suazo. That'll be his first personal foul. The team 6 Builders, 1 foul away from being in the bonus. And I think we'll probably get it here as Elijah Gale is going to be whistled for his first personal foul. That'll be the team 7, so that'll put the Builders in the bonus for the remaining 6:48 of this contest. So that'll put Shimon Rosser at the free throw line. On the night, Rosser is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He now has 5 points. So the Builders now up by 4 scores as we hear whistles in the arena. There's a very good chance that is coming from the Atlanteans bench. So that still leaves the Builders up by 4 scores with 6:43 remaining. Here's Brooks to Gale. Landon. Shot way off the mark. Builders out and running with Amir Copetro. He decides to go coast to coast. They did not call a foul. They just called it out of bounds. I thought he got crunched. The officials allow it to be a play on. .25 seconds on the shot clock. Copetro. Builders, great ball movement, just unable to convert, and there's going to be another foul. So we'll stay on this end as Brooks picks up his 3rd personal foul, the team's 8th. So that'll put Shimon Rosser at the free throw line. Once again. Rosser was just 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Let's see if he can go 2 for 2 and extend this Builder lead. And he hits the first. That puts the Builders up by 12. Scoreboard trending in the wrong direction right now for the Atlanteans, because if you want a realistic chance of coming back in this basketball game, that lead needs to be somewhere around, or that deficit needs to be somewhere around 10, around the 5-minute mark. As Rosser hits them both, that puts the Builders up by 13. So let's just take a look at the scoreboard and see where things are at the 5-minute mark. Here's Landon. Shot clock at 15. Gale tracks it down. Brooks thought about it, tried to feed it inside, but he lost it, and that's going to be another turnover. Cole Petro. Coach Gainey tells this basketball team to slow things down. They have enough points to win. They just need to get this 5:43 off of the scoreboard and get out of here with a victory. Brackett. Right-handed shot off the mark. Last touch by Rosser. As Coach Hernandez will make a substitution, he will send Kason Rivers into the basketball game for the first time tonight. Builders with a 13-point lead. 5:25 remaining. Here's Salako. His shot off the mark. All of a sudden, there is a lid on the basket for the Atlanteans as that ball is, they're going to call that one Builder basketball. Now they reverse it. Monte Rudolph makes his way into the basketball game. 5:04, Builders lead by 13. So we wanted to see where the scoreboard was around the 5-minute mark so we could be able to predict how much of an opportunity the Atlanteans will have to get back in this basketball game. Depending on what they do with this possession, that is going to go a long way to determining the outcome of this game as Gale has his shot blocked. So as we get further and further under 5 minutes, as Dayon Brown takes it to the basket with some anger and converts, and that puts the Builders up by 15 as Gale spins, shoots. He is fouled with 4.5 remaining. So that basket or that foul is going to be on Shamon Rosser, his first personal foul and the team's fourth. So that sends Elijah Gale, the 6'3" guard, out of Port St. Lucie to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play and pulled his team within 12. And he does just that. It's going to be tough, not impossible, for the Atlanteans to come back and win this basketball game. Builders just need to take care of the basketball, eat clock. Shot clock now at 10. Dish to Brown. His tough jumper off the mark. Loose ball tapped around and controlled by the Atlanteans. That shot off the mark. Builder fans, I think you could probably relax just a little bit. I don't believe that the Atlanteans are going to have enough possessions down the stretch to get themselves back into this basketball game as the Builders play a little bit of keep away. His feed goes inside to Rosser. His shot up no good, but he's fouled. So the Builders already up by 12. That'll send Rosser to the free throw line. And they're going to give that foul to Rivers. That'll be team foul number 9. And we're going to take a timeout, the final media timeout, the under 4. Let's go with them. Builders with a commanding lead here late in the tournament.
There are giants among us. They are the men and women building our Navy's next generation submarines. They are giants in what they do because they work in a place where they can grow, where they can learn the skills to build careers as powerful as the beasts they forge. We build giants because it takes one to build one.
How much you earn has a lot to do with how much you learn. That's why Bayport Credit Union is again investing in your continued education. Through our Bayport Foundation, we're giving $100,000 in tuition assistance to area high school seniors, college students, and working adults attending a university, trade, or vocational school. Everyone deserves to be happy, healthy, and financially wise. Visit bayportcu.org to learn more.
Points in the paint now even, 40 apiece. 40 for the Builders, 40 for the Atlanteans. That has helped the Builders build and maintain a 12-point lead as Shamon Rosser will step to the free throw line to try to add to this 12-point advantage of the Builders. 3:33 remaining in this basketball game. You have to believe that at some point in time, the Atlanteans are going to have to start trying to shoot the basketball from the three-point line as the first goes down for Rosser. That free throw now makes it a 5-possession lead. So let's see what the Atlanteans decide to do offensively. They haven't really taken a lot of threes. Now might be the time to start taking them. They try to feed it inside. Monte Rudolph is there to pick off the pass. 3:15 remaining as Hedgepeth crosses the timeline. Donovan Means holds. We're now under 3 minutes remaining. Shot clock now at 10. Feed goes inside to Hope. Hope was bumped. That foul is going to be given to Brooks, his 4th. So that'll put the Builders in the double bonus for the remaining 2:54 of this evening's contest, and that'll put Jaleel Hope at the line to shoot 2 now to add to his 13 points on the night. And he misses the front end of the 2 shots. Jaleel Hope has played 32 minutes. He has not committed a foul all night. That's insane. How's he been able to keep his hands to himself like that all night? Still a 5-possession lead for the Builders. I think at this point, this is pretty academic. Builders will advance. That 3 off the mark. Rosser with the rebound. Means crosses the timeline with a second to spare as the Builders try to eat up some of this clock. Here's Rosser. Shot clock at 10. Rosser forces one up. Monte Rudolph going after the pass, commits the foul. That'll stop the clock. But that'll only stop the clock momentarily as Rudolph picks up his first. That's only the 15th foul. So the Builders are still 2 fouls away from putting the Atlanteans in the bonus. So it's a play on. It's Elijah Gale inbounds to Brooks. Landon. Baseline, he is fouled. Yep. Jaleel Hope is going to be whistled for his first personal foul at the 2:01 mark of the second half. His first personal foul of the entire night, and he's been on the floor for a long time. So that will send Nico Landon to the free throw line. Nico Landon with 11 points, make it 12. As Kayson Rivers will make his way into the basketball game. Artem Sorokin is going to have a seat, and he'll probably have that for the rest of the night as the Builders are going to hold on to this very tough, very important win over Atlantis University as Means gets it over to Rudolph. Builders still attacking the basket with Rudolph. His shot off the mark, but he's fouled. They're going to give that one to Brooks, and for Brooks, that's his last personal foul. So Brooks is disqualified for the remaining 153 of the contest. Brooks will leave the floor with 9 points on the night. As Artem Sorokin will make his way back onto the floor. And Monte Rudolph will toe the charity stripe to shoot 2 to try to add to this 13-point lead. And he makes it 14. Rudolph misses the second. Builders with a 14-point lead late. As they feed it inside, they're going to wave off the basket. They're going to say the foul took place on the floor. Are they going to give that one to Jaleel? Darn it, Jaleel. I bragged about you not having any fouls. Now you picked up 2. So that'll be his second and the team 7. So that will put the Atlanteans in the bonus. As Nico Landon hits the first. And we're going to get a timeout. Francisco Hernandez will take a timeout. That will leave them with 1. The 30-second timeout. Builders with a 13-point lead. I think at this point, this lead, of course, is insurmountable. Somewhat surprised that on these last few possessions, the Atlanteans haven't even tried to shoot the basketball from 3. I figured being down such a huge amount of points that they would at least try to get off a couple of threes, but they haven't. They've continued to just work their regular offense of trying to get it down inside for some easy baskets. Builders have made that difficult. So one more foul shot upcoming for Nico Landon. Sorry about that. Landon trying to cut the deficit to 12. And he does so. He now has 14 on the evening. Atlantis switches to a full court press. Builders able to break it. We're now down to 90 seconds remaining in the basketball game. Means directs traffic. Shot clock now at 10. Means tests the inside of the defense, and he makes it with the right hand. Means now has 8. We're now down to 1 minute. As that 3 for Gale goes down, that is going to be 1 3 too little too late. And they're going to call a backcourt. They're going to call over and back on Rudolph. So 53.9 seconds remaining. Builders up by 11. They call an over and back on Monte Rudolph. As Landon works off of a screen. Shot off the mark. Rebound tracked down by Hope. Here's Means. Means trying to play keep away. As Means circles. Tries to keep himself away from the defense. As that three-point shot off the mark, shot clock is now off. As Gale misses. Wow. How did Sulaco miss that one? That has kind of been the tale of the tape for the Atlanteans in the second half, as the Atlanteans just could not get baskets to go down. The Builders can. The final 2-1 tick off of the clock, and the Builders advance in the 2025-2026 New South Athletic Conference men's championship as they take out the Atlanteans of Atlantis University by a score of 68-57. Hard-fought basketball game by both teams, but the good guys get out of here with a win. So there's another basketball game taking place as soon as this one, 30 minutes after this one wraps up, to determine who will be playing for the tournament championship. One of those teams, ladies and gentlemen, will be the Michael Gainey-led Apprentice School Builders. Fantastic night of basketball. This one has been crazy. I'm tired. They're tired. My engineer producer is tired, and so is my cameraman. So we're going to step away. But, folks, we'll be back with you tomorrow as the men and the women from the Apprentice School will be playing on Sunday for an opportunity to wear the crown. So for Dave Davenport, Mike Davenport, I'm Howard McCain. Thank you. We're going to say good night. We'll see you tomorrow. And until then, remember, this is Builder Basketball.